Good morning, it's 9:30, not 9:40. 9:40 in the morning. This is vlog 229, closing in on the big 2-3. Okay, having a little trouble talking this morning. That's okay, it's because I'm so excited. I'm heading down to El Segundo. Once again, we're going to the Automobile Driving Museum. We're also going to be checking out cars that they have from 1900 to 1910. We're going to get into some of the details. Super stoked. Going to be awesome. Can't wait. Hi, Ken.
Hi.
What's up?
You?
Yeah, no. We're at the Automobile Driving Museum. This is a really cool place because they have all kinds of cool cars, but today we're going to focus on 1900 to 1910.
I remember that.
Those were good years. And we're going to start with the car behind us, which originally cost $680.
Wow. I can't get past the name. I don't know how to pronounce it. Shocked.
1904. He's dumbfounded.
There was horses.
It's okay.
There was horses that used to carry or pull these things, and wow. How many horsepower is this? 10.
10. Whopping 10 horsepower.
Wow. Yeah, you couldn't fit 10 up here. I guess you could. It'd be a wagon train, wouldn't it, or something? It's good. Still good.
We're at the Automobile Driving Museum today in El Segundo, California, just south of the LAX airfield. We're so happy to have Fireball Tim and Ken here today to share with you guys our earliest cars from the very beginning of the automobile. We're focusing today on the early cars from 1900 to 1910. They're so cool because they're trimmed in brass and they're early. You see the very beginnings of the automobile and how things worked. You can see everything outside of the cars in general. And it's just a neat example of where we started. The Automobile Driving Museum is unique. On Sundays we take our clients for rides around the area here at the museum. All of our cars work, they run, and that's why we're called the Driving Museum.
I'm a docent here. I give tours, I drive the cars, I do maintenance on the brass era cars from about 1900 to 1910. And I drive them. I like to work on the older cars. I got used to driving them and working on them, and they're kind of unique because they're very specialized. It's the very beginning of the automobile era, and they were just starting to get the stuff together. And the Model T, for instance, is a difficult car to drive. You got to learn how to drive it, and very few people do know how to drive it because of the different systems on it. But it's a brass era car, and also the first production car. I'm originally from Ireland, County Cork, Ireland, and I lived 2 miles from where Henry Ford's father was born. So thus I give talks on the Model T after I learned to drive it and did a lot of research on it. So this is a 1909 Model T Ford, actually the last of the brass. This particular car was modified to participate in the Peking to Paris race. Thus it has different wheels on it. It has a 3-speed overdrive on it. It has a 12-volt system and a self-starter. And it participated in the race. We don't know how far it got. It was donated to us from an individual that was in the race, I guess. And I've never met him, but I know about him. And we drive this thing all the time. We give rides in this thing, and it's a hoot.
behind us is an 18
It's an 1886 Benz. It's a replica of the original 1886 Mercedes. The first one, that's before Mercedes came along, it was called a Benz.
Is this the first car?
It's the first Mercedes type car from Germany. There may have been a car before that, but I'm not sure what it was.
Have you driven this?
I haven't driven it, but I have it running. It does run. So,
Wow.
So it's an exact replica of the original, but you could hardly tell them apart. The only way you can tell them apart is by the serial numbers, and the numbers around them are different. That's about the only way you can tell them apart.
That, and on the back, there's a bumper sticker on this one, I think.
I haven't seen it. But
There's no bumper sticker, but let's take a look at it.
down there to this motivator right here, to the next belt which drives this chain. So the belt moves across as you move that lever, okay? It's also their braking system. It's about 5 or 10 miles an hour on this thing, and it's pretty unstable with just a tricycle gear on it.
How many horsepower?
Three-quarter horsepower.
That's not enough for Ken. That's the gas tank, and the battery's underneath
Yeah,
the
right,
seat.
yeah, that's right.
Okay, it's time for a spin in a cool car. I don't know what it is, but we'll find out. We just looked at some really amazing cars.
Yeah.
And now we're gonna go drive something. What are we gonna drive?
We're going to drive a 1962 Studebaker GT Hawk, Gran-turismo Hawk. It certainly was off the beaten path. You wouldn't buy a T-Bird, you would buy this instead because fewer people had it. It had a certain element of style to it, very handsome car.
Awesome.
Lovely on the road.
Let's go.
All right, let's do it.
It's enormous in here.
It doesn't really look that way. It looks much smaller outside, but once you get inside, the seat backs are thin. This rear seat is mounted very low.
This car is so funky.
Awesome.
It is so awesome. When do you get a chance to tool around in a Studebaker?
This was styling, man.
It was. This was styling. This is a total Vegas car. How you feeling, buddy?
Good. Horn works.
So not only does the museum have a lot of amazing cars, but actually a lot of these cars are for sale. So if you're in the market for something like this, amazing Studebaker, this is selling for around $17,500.
Yep.
That was a blast. Big thanks to the guys at ADM, Automobile Driving Museum. Fantastic time that Studebaker was rocking, and those cars from the from 1900 to 1910, amazing stuff. We're gonna go back every couple weeks. Next time we'll cover the cars from 1910 to 1920. But they're just spectacular, really, really fun. I'm gonna head back up to Malibu. Kathy's got a job that she's gonna be starting pretty soon, so we've got to do a little bit of work there. About an hour's drive. I think I can spot some cool cars on the way.